Welcome, everyone. A show about, for, and with everything that's Indio, California. And now, without further ado, your host for In Indio, Rick Wise.
Thanks, Gary. Welcome, everyone, to another month of In Indio. The wine this month is a Merlot. It's a Blackstone, California Merlot. And the reason I'm picking this is not only the price. Right now it's like $5 at Costco, and everybody's going to say, you are so cheap, and I am cheap. But this is a good wine. It's a Merlot. I want to talk about Merlot, though. When the movie Sideways came out, they kind of made fun of Merlot wine, and all of a sudden Merlot wasn't that popular anymore. Sales dived. But Merlot is a good, smooth. It's a less stronger. It's less strong than a Cabernet, but it's still good wine. So the wine this month is a Blackstone Merlot from Costco. Hey, Shirley.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Happy April. Can you believe it's April already?
I can't. I
No,
can't. It's
March is
crazy.
one of those great big long months, 31 days, but it went by so fast,
It
didn't it?
really, really did. And we have Easter and Passover this month, too, that people are probably going to celebrate.
Right. So we have a very special guest with us tonight.
Okay.
Right here, living at Four Seasons Terra-Lago, is Steve Middleman.
That's right.
So,
Two T's.
So
Yeah.
it's Middleman.
Middleman,
Middle.
yeah.
Steve Middleman!
How you doing? Good. Nice to be here. Happy Earth Day. Did you know it was Earth Day?
Well, hey, Steve, how long have you lived here at Four Seasons?
Well, in a day, it'll be a year and 10 months.
So almost,
and we love
almost
it.
2 years. Okay,
So,
great.
a year and, I know that.
But who's counting?
Who's counting? It'll be a year and 10 months. Love it. I'll tell you, when we moved here, that first summer, the thing is when you move to the desert, they go, oh, it's only a couple of months. No, it was like 4.5 months of hot,
More than that.
of hell.
It's like a half a year.
It's like
yeah,
a
I know,
half a
yeah.
year. It
But
really
you always
is.
hear when you talk to people, oh, it's nothing, it's a couple of months.
No.
It's not.
Right.
But
No.
last year was a lot better. That was our second summer. It was, compared to the first one, a lot better. Either I got used to it.
You did.
You're getting
You
used
had
to
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right?
Which I still haven't.
So,
Yeah.
why are you on our show? I mean, as
Well,
I understand it, you're a comedian, and you're kind
I'm a
of
comedian for 45 years. Incredible.
Oh, wow.
It's 45 years. Interesting. I do 55 and older communities, but I'm not doing this one because there's politics involved and it's not.
Politics?
But yeah, there is. There was
know about
insurance.
yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm apolitical. I don't do any political jokes. But what I do for people that I want to plug myself is I do private parties. Let's say you're going to have a dinner party. Let's say it was your 40th birthday. There
Let's
you
say
go.
it's coming up. My 40th birthday is
That's
coming
right.
up, by the way. So.
Yes, and your 40th birthday. And you say, we're going to have a party together, and let's invite our 10 best friends.
40th birthday,
And then Mickey would give me some background on you. Q would give you some background on you. Maybe I got a questionnaire, or it's somebody's 50th wedding anniversary, or somebody's retiring, or whatever the occasion. What I do, I've done that countrywide, nationwide. I will go to somebody's home. Usually it's outdoors, and they have a nice thing. Like I'm doing somebody's birthday and afternoon thing in Ontario. I just got the deposit today. Just today, actually, an hour ago, on April 16th. And she's having all her friends, like 50 people. It's going to be in the backyard, and yeah, she wants me to host and be funny, and so it's like. But they find me online. I'm in a site called The Bash, But I also, in this case, will put my number, on, you know, like we were saying.
So you
before.
have some background. You've been on,
Oh my God.
I believe, The Tonight Show.
Okay, this young man through the third. Will you welcome, please, Steve Middleman? Steve?
Thank you very much. How are you? Thank you. I've never looked this good before in my life. Actually, I don't even look this good now. It's nice to be here. I was just back east. I'm from New York originally. Go Mets.
I was friends with Steve Allen, by the way. Friends
Oh,
with
really?
Steve
Even
Allen.
before-
Yes, yes.
Even before Johnny Carson.
Yeah, that's way before.
Were
but
you the
yeah.
man on the street? Or was that
No,
what-
I wasn't. Yeah, I know. But you know who took great advantage of that was Letterman. He did a lot of man, and
yeah.
Leno did a lot of man on the street. They learned a lot from Steve Allen, who was a great guy. Steve Allen said, "Hey, let's have lunch together. What do you want?" And I said, "How about Thai food?" Okay. So you go to his office. Literally, he had in his house, he had a waiter, he had a chef, he had a table that looked just like you'd see in a restaurant, with a, you know, a tablecloth like you'd see in a restaurant, and you'd be served in his office in Encino, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
And you'd sit and he'd have lunch, and I did that with him a number of times. He was an interesting guy, and he loved talking comedy. He loved comedians. He wrote many books about comedians. And but Carson, I'll tell you a story about Carson. So when I started, and these are old friends of mine, you know, Paul Reiser and, you know, Seinfeld, Larry David. So our goal was to be on the Tonight Show.
Of
That was
course.
our dream. I mean,
Yeah,
every
well,
comic's
that's
dream.
A lot of people got their start.
Oh my
because of that
God.
show.
When I was growing up in Queens, there was a little angle from my bedroom that I share with my brother. I could just see our Zenith TV.
Oh, you had a Zenith?
We had a
The
Zenith,
one with the
yeah.
glow around
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh my God.
So we had a Zenith TV, and my parents would watch The Tonight Show, and I'd see Carson, and I was, you know, 6, 7 years old, whatever. I go,
yeah.
"What's this guy doing? He's telling jokes, and people are laughing." And I went, "That sounds like fun."
Right.
And I'd watch it, and they didn't know I was up at, you know, 11:30, right? At least in New York, it was 11:30, and then I go to sleep. But it always hit me, and that was like, oh, that would be fun, you know. And so I started in end of '76. I started stand up, and then I got good enough where I go around the country and I do comedy clubs. It was a big boom in the '80s.
Now, did you start did you ever go to the Improv?
I started the Improv,
Right,
Catch a
right.
Rising Star, the
Right,
comic strip,
right.
all in New York,
Yeah.
and the Comedy Cellar. So, and I would do all of them. Now, everybody's dream, I'd be working the whole country, and when you do a show, and usually they went well, they go, "You do Johnny?" That's how they would say it.
You do
The whole
Johnny.
country,
Yeah,
"You do
yeah.
Johnny?" That's because Johnny was their best friend, and they went to sleep with Carson. It was like, "You do Johnny?" And I go, "No, not yet." And this is what I would hear: "You're Johnny's kind of comedian. You're Johnny's kind of comedian." And I go, "Thank you very much." And then I'd audition for the Tonight Show, and the booker, this guy Jim McCauley, he'd go, "I don't think you're Johnny." And I go, "Yeah, you don't understand. The whole country's telling me I'm Johnny's kind of comedian. You're not. I don't think you know." Then I'd audition over and over, and I'd be around the country doing my shows, and people go, "You're Johnny's kind of comedian." Then McCauley, "You're not Johnny's kind of comedian." Everybody, "You're Johnny's kind of comedian." Finally, after like 10 auditions,
Oh my God.
I finally get the Tonight Show. I killed. I did a great material. And he goes, "Oh, you got to meet Johnny." Now I'm his best friend, right? "Oh, you got to meet Johnny." Right?
Now
I
you're
was-
Johnny's comedian.
Yeah. Well, literally, you got the punchline there. He goes, "Johnny Carson, Steve Middleman." We shake hands. He looks me in the eye and he goes, "You are my kind of comedian." It's the greatest payoff from the little kid watching, you know. And then I did a number of Tonight shows. They repeated them all, which was great. Leno was fun. I did a sketch on Leno. And I did all these, done 100 TV shows. So I'm a seasoned guy. But
Great.
I'm seasoned. I've done a lot of stuff.
The gray hair
Oh
is
my
not
God.
enough.
Oh yeah.
So that's
I
good.
know,
See,
I know.
we have interesting people living right here in
Yeah,
Four
We do.
Seasons.
that's
do.
yeah.
And a world-renowned comedian sitting
Well,
right between us. That's,
I have traveled the world actually I've done probably 50 cruise gigs. I've done, in fact, I
They
may
must
be
be
going
fun.
back.
are the
They
cruise
are.
things fun?
Overall, I'll tell you something interesting.
Do they give you a nice room at least?
Usually
room?
depends on the if you're doing Oceania and Regent, you're getting a nice room. It's
Okay.
but when I started a long time ago in the 80s on NCL or whatever, it was not always the nicest stuff. But okay, so in Regent and Oceania, when you do those cruise lines, there's the thing, they go eat dinner with different people every night.
Oh, mingle.
Mingle.
Right. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Right.
That's
It's
interesting.
not everybody loves it.
Right.
I enjoy meeting people.
Yeah.
I live off of eating
And what's the
people.
reason for that, you think?
Oh, they just want people to feel connected, I think, to the artists, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, you kind of feel important, that, I sat
Yeah.
by the comedian.
Maybe. And
Maybe.
I became
Yeah.
friends with people at times,
Right,
where
It's
I
like
was-
knowing the owner of a restaurant. You think
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
kind of
special.
important,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
special.
You're special.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I
yeah.
could get that.
So anyway, but I actually enjoy meeting people. My girlfriend always says, "What? You're always chatting up everybody." I just enjoy it. I was very shy, and it's something about stand-up opened me up. But I
Well,
also
that's
do.
usually very common though amongst comedians
Yeah,
or
yeah.
actors,
Yeah. This is true. I also, by the way, I do auctions, and I'm generally a slow
A comedian
person.
auctioneer.
Well, it does help because sometimes the subject matter is so heavy, they want somebody to lighten it up, to host and be lighter, maybe add a laugh or two. I mean, the subject matter of what
Interesting.
So they go, hey, can you do this? And that's how I segued into it, like 15 years ago. So I do, many different things.
Can you give us an example of auction? Look, first of all, we have these new Indio cups.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Shirley.
Here we go.
Thank your son-in-law, Adam. Adam,
Yes.
good job. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you,
look
Adam.
real
Thank you,
professional
Adam.
now.
It's
Yes.
a big hit,
Perfect.
sweetheart. Love you.
Now,
Yes.
Steve, let's auction off this cup.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So here, well, you need people to bid, by the way.
Well,
So-
we'll bid.
Okay.
I just
We'll
wanted,
bid.
Well,
I don't
okay,
want
you're
to
on either
accept-
side, so I got to watch.
Okay.
So here we go. So here's a trick. If anybody wants to be an auctioneer, I announce it like you're announcing a horse. Like it's almost like a horse race. Look at that cup. It's a beautiful yellow cup, and this has got a maroon, and it's gorgeous. It's supposed to be facing the camera, and my green cup is outrageous. Who would like to start bidding at $1,000? We got
$1,000.
1,000 right here. Thank you very much, Rick. That's 1,000. We're going to go 1,200 right. 1,200 right now to Shirley. Thank you so much. And Q is back there and is being very patient, understanding. Now that's 2,500 by Q. He raised both hands. We doubled. And by the way, we're going to be able to auction off both of these. So be 2,500. Who else wants to go 20? You want to go 26?
I'll go 3.
3,000
Oh
right
my
here.
God,
Thank you so
Shirley.
much. That's
Yes.
Shirley, but
Shirley.
26. And Shirley's in the lead. Basically, it's almost like a horse race. And Rick's thinking it over. What do you think, Rick?
I think
we got
Shirley's
3,000.
added something to her coffee.
Oh my God. That's
You never
very
know.
funny.
You
Very
never
funny. I always
know.
count on Rick for some humor. And I'll go 3,200, by the way. Oh, look at that. I spilled right here. And I'm excited because I bid right here for $3,200. Who wants to top 3,200? Anybody? You want to go top 32?
No, you
We're going
have
to go
it.
32 once, 32 twice. Sold to me for $3,200.
Steve Middleton, folks.
Middleman.
Steve Middleman lives right here at
Jewish.
Four Seasons.
Middleman.
If you need to have a 40th birthday party, which we all
Anything, yes.
yeah, we all
40th,
have a
right.
40th birthday party coming
Yes.
up soon.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Got too
Twins. We're
excited.
twins.
Yeah, we're
That's right.
twins.
That's
So,
nice.
We'll post his phone number. You don't.
Yeah, I don't
and-
mind. If anybody
You don't
wants
have
me
a
for any
website.
kind of well, I'm right I like to say in between websites,
You're
but
in
I,
between,
I
but-
can send people promo,
Okay.
and I think they'll be happy. And
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Sounds
thank
good.
you
Sure.
so much for joining us.
thank you so much for
Yes,
having me. Am
thanks
I
for coming
hopping out?
by.
I'm segueing out because you have business, right?
We have business to do,
Well,
right?
have
okay, thank
business.
you.
What's going on?
Well, that was interesting.
It was. He is interesting.
He's an interesting guy. And
Funny guy.
He was on, wasn't he a judge with you on
Yes.
the Gong Show, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
He was.
But he didn't gong me. So,
No, he didn't.
So let's tell the folks what's going on here in the Coachella Valley in April.
Well, April is big around here because we have Coachella.
The big event.
The big event.
April
And
15th through the 24th. There's 2 weekends
Two
long.
weekends. And they got really great people. They got Harry Styles, Billie Eilish. Now, this is what I don't understand. His name is Kanye West. Kanye West. Why did he change his name?
I-
You know.
Is he the one that was married to a Kardashian?
Yes.
Well, that's why I changed my name. But, no offense if you're watching.
I saw that name and go, huh? I couldn't understand it. Well, anyway, then we have Stagecoach coming at the end of the month.
The weekend
29th.
after Coachella. There's not even a break.
No. It's 3 weekends in a row. And they have top billing. They got Brandy Carlisle coming.
See, I don't know any of the country western folks.
Very little. Then I saw Carrie Underwood's name involved.
Oh, I
as
do know
well.
who that is.
Oh, you know who
Yeah.
that is. She was American Idol at one point, you know.
That's right. She was one of the first couple years American Idol, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
She got really big from that.
Well, yeah, it should be fun. What's crazy is during Coachella, like whole month of April, around here, traffic is bad. The
Yeah.
restaurants are backed up. You know,
Right.
get reservations now if you want to go out and eat anytime in April. So.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. You just got to, it's horrible. But anyway, then we also have our Indio Farmers Market.
Oh, yeah, every Sunday. And it's getting bigger. When it started
Kind of.
out, it was just a
Kind of.
few, you know.
Yes. But I have to say this, there's one stand that has the most delicious yogurt you'll ever have.
Oh, right there at the market?
Right there at the market. It's expensive, you know, but if you want a treat, you won't be disappointed. It's really, really delicious. So now that we're in India, what about our community now? Now we have this big community yard sale on the 9th.
That's right, yeah.
You know, so get your stuff out, and what they say that one person's junk is another person's treasure,
That's right, yeah.
right? And
You and I are looking forward to that. We're not going to sell anything. We don't
Let's
have
start
anything.
walking around.
We're going to walk around and buy stuff probably. So
Yeah, but it's nice to meet people too.
right.
You know, new people that are moving in that don't want some of their things, they want to sell it.
Especially if somebody's downsizing and they had maybe a
Right.
5-bedroom house and they moved into a 2-bedroom house.
Correct.
They might have a lot of stuff for sale.
Right. So it's a good way to meet people also.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a cool thing. And then we have the pool party on the 30th.
Oh, that's when the actual outside pool is going to open.
Yes, and they're charging you $10 to see it.
They are? No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're charging you $10 to go swimming in our pool?
Yes, because they're serving BBQ.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to see the grand opening with BBQ,
With BBQ. Okay.
it's $10. Which is okay.
Without barbecue, the next day is free,
Correct.
right? They've been working on this pool forever, it seems like, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
They have. But hey, listen, at least they got an end date,
Right.
right? So that's a good thing. That is. And then we have our fabulous election.
Oh, the HOA board? Yeah, they had a couple weeks ago, we had the Meet the Candidates, and I got to talk about that.
Oh, hey, go right ahead.
I thought the questions were ridiculous. They were, I call them, do you love your mother questions. Everybody agreed on everything because they were the way they were written and the way they were presented, you couldn't argue against it.
Okay. So what kind of questions did they ask? I wasn't there because I had to go see my granddaughter's play. So what were some of the questions? Because I wrote in a question, and I am sure they did not.
Yeah,
ask
I
my
sent in
question.
8 of them and they didn't ask one of them, so.
Which is not right.
Right. Well, I don't think management trust should be involved in Meet the Candidates at all.
No
Chanel
question.
should not be asking the questions, should not be, it should be a third party something. Maybe you and I should run the Meet the Candidate thing. I don't know.
You want to know something? That's not a bad idea.
I think it's a good
we would
idea.
do a great job.
I think we would
And
too.
we would be fair,
Right.
and we would read all the questions.
Right. And of course, when you have 8 people running, and I submitted 8 questions, well, that's a lot of questions for 8 people to answer.
Wait a second. Yes, but 3 out of the 8 have already are already on the board. So I think you don't have to meet them again,
Well, that's true.
right?
But I think some of the questions could be yes, no. Raise your hand if you say yes, raise your hand if you say no, and we could just see who supports this. That'd be a lot faster.
Well, you want to know something? I don't think you even have to go that far. Just ask your question and let the candidate just answer it.
Let them
And
talk.
that's it. And just let them
Yeah.
talk. And if
I
you
thought
like
it-
what they say or you don't like what they say.
I thought it was rude when John Reynolds was answering a question. It was about fobbing in and fobbing out. And he actually had an example. He started talking. And Chanel interrupted him and repeated the question. And it's like,
Why?
well, maybe in her mind she thought he wasn't answering the questions, but there were a lot of candidates that didn't answer the question. And John was the only one that she interrupted. And I thought that was not fair to John, but a lot of people in the audience were upset about that. And I think John actually got some votes that he might not have got before because...
Good for him.
so,
Good for him. You know, you're right. Chanel should not be running this at all.
right.
You
Now-
know, they should have a third party or an election committee people or...
So should we name the people? You have the thing?
Yeah, I do.
While you're pulling that up, I want to tell everybody, okay, you got a big white envelope. All homeowners got a big white envelope, and it was full of stuff. And it was this thing that's stapled, and it's got a statement by every candidate.
Yeah.
And then the
Their
very last
qualifications.
page, I call it orange, but it's probably got a fancy name. Salmon?
Salmon.
So the
It's
salmon color thing at the end is the actual ballot. So you got to tear that off
Yeah.
without ripping it.
And they do give you instructions on the back.
And you get to vote. You have, every homeowner has 4 votes. And you can vote for one guy 4 times if you want.
Oh, here we go again with that one.
Well, you
With
can't,
the
yeah.
Cumulative
Cumulative
voting.
voting, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have to fold it up. Do you have to sign it too?
No, you don't sign this. You sign the envelopes.
Oh, yeah, okay. You put it, first of all, you put it in this blank
Right,
envelope, or
right,
this
right,
envelope
right,
first,
Exactly.
and seal it.
Yeah, right.
And then you stick this envelope
and you sign it.
in this envelope and sign it at the bottom.
Oh, do not drop off or send your ballots to the lodge. All right, that answered the question. Seal the white envelope and apply your postage.
So you have to mail it.
You have to mail it.
Okay, so we have to put a stamp on it.
Right, we have to put a stamp on it.
Okay.
You know, I want to say one thing, though. They do need every single vote. You do have to just vote.
Just vote.
It's really important that you vote because they do need don't they still need a certain quorum or a percentage of votes for this to count again or not?
Well, she says that they need a quorum. Now, I don't know what a quorum means. 20%, 10%,
I don't know.
50%? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I
But
don't
it's
know.
really, you know, if everyone would have voted for the last election that they had about the cumulative voting, we would be settled by now what to do.
Right.
But please, I cannot stress enough, please vote. Please, please, please. It's really, really important. Otherwise, don't complain later on that you didn't get what you want.
Right, so read this packet of stuff,
Yeah.
tear off the salmon color thing, put it in this envelope, put that in this envelope, sign it, put a stamp on it, and mail it.
I found the answer to the quorum,
Okay,
44%.
okay.
Members representing at least 25%, 44% of the total voting power of the association.
And it's 185 homeowners, so you need 185 people to vote.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, well, good looking through that stuff. See, I haven't read it all
Hey,
yet.
I'm your zing to your zang or zang to the zing. I don't know.
So, I guess that's the important stuff in April, right?
Yeah, that pretty much is.
Yeah. It's going to be busy with all the new people in town, and then after April, that's when a lot of the snowbirds start going back home.
They might do that before because Passover and Easter is on the 15th.
Well, that's right. And I'm still waiting to hear from John Reynolds about whether they're going to have the happy hour. Okay, well, Adam, thanks again for the cups. Shirley, nice seeing you again.
Oh my God, that's it? This is the end of the show?
That's the end of the show, yeah. Okay.
See, that's how much I love coming here and speaking with you.
Well, there's always me.
This- Yeah, and this way we could discuss who won.
Who won? We should know who won by then, unless they're still counting ballots. Remember how long it took them to count
Oh,
ballots?
God almighty. And then it wound up not counting. Right. They counted the ballots that didn't count.
Yeah. Hopefully they count ballots first to make sure that, how many do we need?
75?
We need a quorum. Hopefully they count those first.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens if we don't get that.
185.
185.
I don't know what happens.
And with 8 people running and with cumulative voting, this could be a complicated counting.
That's why I'm happy that they have this third party doing it.
Yeah.
And we're not involved in it, which we shouldn't be
Right.
at all, especially Chanel and First Management. They should not be involved in this. But I do want to say one thing, though, and that is Desert Theater Works has Little Shop of Horrors. Please go see it. They did such a great job.
Now, that's the one with the plant that
That's
eats.
Audrey 2. Audrey 2 is the man-eating plant.
Yeah.
All right. They did really a phenomenal job. And there's 2 endings to the show. There's a movie ending and a play ending.
Oh, so if I saw the movie, it's not going to end the same way the play ends.
I'm not sure which is which, but yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors at the Desert Works. Is that what-
Desert Theater Works
Desert
on
Theater
Dade
Works.
Avenue, I believe they are. And please go see it. It was really great. They really did a great job. And I've seen this play many times, and they are like one of the tops they have seen. So,
Great.
yeah, really good. All right, that's my say.
See, she did it out of order.
I did.
Right, but
I
that's
did.
okay.
Hey, we ad lib.
Yeah, it's all ad lib.
It's all ad lib. I mean,
There's no script.
right.
People are surprised there's no script, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think they could tell.
Right. Okay, that's April. Thank you so much for watching.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy
Take care.
holidays. See you in May.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's April. Hope everybody enjoyed the comedian and Shirley and our banter back and forth. If you live at Four Seasons, don't forget, get your ballots in. If you're coming to visit us, April is Coachella and Stagecoach. Welcome to the Valley. Again, thank you, Adam. Appreciate the cups. See you next month in India.
This has been a Wise Words production. JUNG producer, and I'm Gary Bushkin, your announcer.
Wise out.